everything that we know, we only know one thing is
The universe is not a living thing. Do you understand that?
yes.
Is there any scientist that says the universe is a living thing?
That is the only thing that we know thus far.
No what?
All of science, it's irrefutable. It's a stone fact. The universe is a living thing.
Okay, which scientific?
I'm a living thing.
Which scientific studies tells you the universe is a living thing? Saint, which scientific? Give me the scientific information.
The exact same thing. What says that Allah is the creator of anything or a living thing?
The Quran.
Same thing
Quran
said
says
about that.
The Quran says that Allah is the creator of the universe.
The book that you use to justify your beliefs.
What do you use to justify?
Quran tells you that Allah is the creator of the universe.
Hmm?
Categorically.
Do you understand?
Actually, it says a Lord of all worlds. It doesn't say creator of the universe.
It says creator of the universe. Al-Khaliq.
Where does it say? What verse? It says that it's creator of the universe.
Wherever
If
you
there
want
is
to
a
look.
verse, what then?
What verse?
You accept it if there was.
What verse?
Why are you? How are you coming to Muslims to tell them what their text says, rather than trying to understand?
If we show you, are you then going to drop your disbelief and accept Islam?
Exactly.
Ah. If we can show you the Quran says that Allah is the creator of the universe, what then? Do you take the Quran as a book, reliable book?
To a person, yes. If someone truly believes something,
Again, I think you might be missing the point. Oh, I've already accepted that Quran is correct book.
Did you believe
already
that the
accepted
Quran
that
is from
was
Allah? Believe the
Of
Quran
course
is from
it's from
God?
the universe. Of course
The
it's
Quran's
from
from the universe.
to a certain
Yes, of course.
Okay. So if we show you that in the Quran it says Allah created the universe, what then?
That would be correct. That would be correct. Universe.
Because
is
according to
outside of
Saint's
the Quran.
theory, if you make something,
and
you are that thing.
both.
Ah, but Allah made me.
I have my own criteria for what I accept.
The universe created you, but yes, evolution. Who's that?
We've added evolution in there. Is evolution God
Yeah,
as well?
he did accept that he is a piece of God, but let's carry on.
You're
You're a piece of God. It's like Buddhism.
Peace? I mean, you're literally the artwork of the universe.
This is like a pantheist.
Yeah.
Pantheism.
Interestingly, he's drawn this from Abrahamic books. I've never heard of it.
Well, I think that's just a claim that's being made without any substantiation.
Yeah.
Because actually, if you look at the text will refute this. So the Quran clearly says that Allah is the creator of the universe. But you can make as many assertions as you like, because all you're doing is you're saying that Allah created the worlds, and therefore Allah is the worlds. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Just
See,
like
if
I make a
my point
kebab, I'm not the kebab. If I make a cake, I'm not the cake. The fact that you want to assert your understanding without having a discussion about it is strange.
Yeah.
You're
What
asserting
about the
that the
heavens?
universe
If Allah
is
created the
stupid.
heavens, what are they?
The universe has no ability to have any conscious
The
thought
word
whatsoever.
Allah and the word universe are identical.
Can't see how it could be, but
They're not.
I know a lot of people feel that.
They are.
Can you spell
fully
universe
identical.
for me? Can you spell universe for me?
They are fully identical. I'm
Can you spell
the
universe
you.
for me?
I'm not going to spell universe for you.
Okay. Can you spell Allah
They're
for me?
identical.
So they're not, the words are
Identical.
not identical. They're not understood to be identical by Muslims. The text, the religious text
Yet
that
they
Muslims
are.
read clearly states that they are not identical. You're making the claim that they are identical without evidence. So if all the evidence is against you, but you continue to persist in a belief, then you're persisting in a
because I say
delusion.
universe in my language, and you say Allah in yours. Someone else says
No, I
God
don't.
in
No, I
theirs.
don't. No, I
Someone
don't.
says Brahma in theirs.
No, not
They
at all.
exist
No, not
outside
at all.
of space and time.
Not at all. When I
They
use the
all,
term
you know,
universe
they all
and I use the term
ultimately
Allah, I
created
don't.
everything that we know.
When I use the term universe
They all
and
have
I use the
exact
word
same
Allah, then what
belief
the same.
system
Saint,
and all identical.
saint. When I
Did you
use the
hear
word
anything I just
Allah,
said?
all I'm hearing is you think that when I use the word Allah, it's the same as when you use the word universe, and it's not. In your mind, it may be
outside of space and time.
If you think that there's a difference, that's error on your side. You assume
it's in the
that there's a
Quran.
difference.
It's not error. It's common sense. If you think they are the same, then the error would be on your side. But Saint, how do we reconcile this issue? How do we get to an understanding? Rather than you making your assertion and claiming it.
The understanding
because
is
all of the Muslims that I've ever met and discussed with, that every time I've read the Quran, it makes a distinction between the creator and the created.
If you're correct,
Saint,
the universe is a dumb system that isn't alive.
Just listen for a second, Saint.
That's correct, then I can completely disregard everything in the Quran. It makes the Quran completely useless, and I can use it as toilet paper. It is completely worthless.
Now I know you're trolling.
I'm being very honest. If the universe isn't alive,
you're absolutely being ridiculous.
Clear statement.
You're being ridiculous.
It's a very clear statement.
Absolutely.
If the universe isn't alive, then the Quran is a completely worthless piece of paper.
Absolutely false.
No.
Why are you saying that?
That's exactly how it was taught.
Why would you say something like that?
Exactly how
he's saying it because he believes the universe is God.
We are all.
Yeah, I understand this Russian.
So
I understand that, but the claim he's making is it's not really about the fact of what Saint believes. He can believe that the fish can fly, and they can go to outer space, and and you can smoke hippopotamuses on Mars if you want to on the weekend. You can believe what you like. The problem actually is that you're making the claim that these teachings are found within the universe
that you live within.
And Muslims and Allah. Now, when you make these statements about Islam, then you have to have some evidence.
Then we succeeded.
Can you give me any evidence?
System.
Saint.
He just said the Quran's useless, which I'd rather that.
Justin,
because at least it's not.
Give me one piece of evidence that the universe is Allah from the Quran. I want to hear the verse. I'm going to wait for you to give me the verse. You give me the chapter and the verse, and I'm going to wait here for you. See if you have any evidence to say that the universe is Allah.
The Quran is only good unless it agrees with you.
I don't have to say anything other than that one.
All the religious books only work if they agree with you. I think you think you're God.
Did you hear me?
Chapter and verse, please. Chapter and verse that tells me. That tells me that the Quran says that Allah is the universe.
Just said it. Allah is the Lord of all worlds. I mean, you can't get more clear than that.
Does it say that Allah is the universe? It doesn't. It says Allah is the Lord of the worlds. That's not a verse that says what you claim it says. I want something clear and specific that makes the claim that Allah is the universe. Please give me that.
When you make the statement, when you clearly, in context, use the statement, Allah is the Lord of all worlds. What are you referring to?
Allah is the Lord of all the worlds. There's no referring to
you tell me. You tell me what is the modern English word for Allah? In that statement, Allah is the Lord of all worlds.
Allah is a noun. It's a name. You understand? It's a noun. Okay. You don't translate nouns. So if I take your name Justin, I don't go somewhere and say, what does that mean in another language? You have to translate it. That's your name. It's just used as Justin. If I speak French, if I speak Arabic, I will still use the word Justin.
The name,
because it's a noun. Now you can't. Now hang on a sec. Let me finish my sentence. You can't take a noun and say suddenly you have to translate it.
It just deflated itself. It just inflated.
You were right, Justin.
I think you're a troll.
I'm sorry. It just blew up right on yourself.
I love your confidence.
You were literally
after
just
what you say, and you're still confident.
That the universe is the Lord of all worlds.
You need to do lectures on how to get confidence.
Okay, you're right. It's the name.
You're amazing.
This is a troll.
How did you just do
Justin,
that?
so how long have you been trolling here for?
I'm not sure he's a troll.
I don't think he's a troll. No, he's not a troll.
I think you're trolling.
You have to. It is
Oh, you're
not
trolling.
trolling
I think
in
you're
any way,
trolling.
shape, or form.
100%.
What is the modern
I'll
word?
tell you why I think
Answer
that.
question.
Because
What
comes
is the
across
modern
as arrogance.
word? Allah. And that's it.
There is no modern word Allah. Allah is the name of the Creator.
So
it's not a modern
what are
word.
you
It's a
referring to
noun.
when you say the word Allah? What are you
It's a
referring to?
noun.
Describe.
Do you understand what a noun
to.
is, Justin? Justin, do you understand what a noun is?
Okay. Describe what you're referring to. When you
What
say
is a
Allah
noun,
is the Lord of all
Justin?
worlds,
Learning never
describe
stops
Allah.
talking.
Justin, what is a noun?
Describe Allah.
And there's nothing wrong with
What is a noun?
You can't even do that. You can't even describe that.
What is a
That's a
noun?
word. Describe Allah. In that
Do you
sentence,
know what a noun is,
is the
Justin?
Lord of all worlds? Describe Allah.
people that follow that.
You know what is a noun?
I'll
you
wait
know what
for
it
that,
is.
that answer. Can't answer
Yeah.
that.
You don't know what a noun is.
problem.
So noun, you don't translate nouns. It's a name. Allah is the name of the Creator of the universe. Allah is the
In that
Lord of the
sentence,
world.
what does
He's the
Allah
Creator.
stand for? What is Allah in that sentence?
Allah is the name of the Lord of the universe. Just a name. You understand what name is? What does Justin stand for? Justin, what does your name mean? Tell me. What does it stand for? Tell me what your name means.
You keep on making these ridiculous questions, and they
Tell me what your
have
name
no
means. No,
relevance.
I want you to.
So
I want you
in
to tell
that
me what your
sentence,
name stands
Allah
for.
is
Justin
the
Reed,
Lord of
what does
all
your name
worlds.
stand for?
Does Allah
Justin,
stand for?
what does your name stand for? What does your name
just
stand
and
for?
righteous judge.
What does your name stand for? Don't give me like a translation of some. What does it stand for? I want to know what it is.
Just and righteous judge.
And a modern usage of the word, because obviously Justin is not a new term; it's an ancient term, right? I want a modern usage of the term. And what does it mean in the modern language? Please explain to me.
Hard for me to take the lead.
Just and righteous judge.
I mean, it's kind of like
Modern usage of the term.
car works. You're probably not going to fix it.
Just and righteous
So if we're going to
judge.
go back to the
Okay, so if I speak to you now, I'm going to call you just and righteous, yeah? That's okay, right?
it's kind of hard for me to believe that you understand how it
And if that's what you really want to do,
You redefine
Yeah.
terms.
you're going to
Yeah.
demonstrate to me your
So,
understanding.
but it's not only that; it's making the claim that it's making
you
the claim
still
that
haven't answered
it's
the
making
question.
the
Come on,
claim
be
that
honest.
it's making the claim
least
that
be honest,
that
man.
Allah is the universe from the Quran, and brings a verse that has nothing to do with that at all.
Allah
The Lord
Yeah.
of something is the one who owns that thing. It's not actually that thing itself. How can you be
No,
the
the
Lord
problem-
of
the
yourself?
problem
It doesn't
is-
make sense,
The
right?
problem is he
So now
believes
Justin
that
has a
you
problem
not
with
the
the English
Lord of
language.
yourself?
He doesn't know what a noun is. You don't know what a noun is. You don't know what a name, how to use names. You think names should be translated.
Are you
You
the
think that if you make
yourself?
something that you are that thing. So if I make a kebab, that I'm the kebab. When my friend Jordan here had a kebab
But
earlier
you-
on, he wasn't eating
you-
the kebab.
you
He was
ass-
eating the guy
you
who made the
asserted-
kebab. Because if you make a
just-
kebab, you
just
are the
made the
kebab,
claim
right?
that the universe is a kebab. I mean, that's the most ridiculous.
When did I say the universe was a kebab?
fascinating, ridiculous
Again,
question I've ever heard
you seem to be
in my-
talking
I've ever
to
heard in my
somebody
entire
else.
life. You just
straw man.
just reduce
you seem to be
everything
talking
in the
to
entire
somebody else.
universe to a kebab. That's the stupidest thing. That's I mean,
Where did
seriously,
you hear
dude.
that? Have you got voices?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean, because we're not having a conversation with Justin, because Justin is,
Who are you having a
he
conversation
must be
with?
whatever he
You're
made
not having a
last for
conversation-
breakfast.
No, we're
We're
having a
not
conversation,
having a conversation
with
with me
God because he's
because
part
I've
of God,
asked
right?
multiple times. Allah is the Lord of all worlds.
I don't know which part of God he is.
Allah.
How many supervisors there are.
Allah is the Lord of all worlds. What does the word mean?
Impose this into the Quran. That's the trolling aspect.
Can't answer that question.
You haven't
we're
you
done.
haven't brought one verse from the Quran. You haven't brought
Allah
one
is
verse
the
from the
Lord of all
Quran that
worlds,
tells us that
right?
that's the claim makes the claim that you made.
The only troll
Nothing.
is you. You cannot answer that question, so we're done.
There we go. This is the gaslighting. Well done.
Allah is
Thank
the
you.
Lord of all worlds. What is that word? Allah.
Okay, you win. You
Answer
win.
that question.
Allah is the name is the name of the
defeated it,
creator.
Okay. What is that?
What does
creator?
Lord mean?
What is that word?
Allah is the creator of. It's a name. It means the God,
Name
the
of what?
creator of the universe.
I would have no idea. I don't know
Okay.
what a universe is. And
Exactly. So now you see, Allah is not the universe because He created
That
the
is
universe.
that is identical
He's
to
the
our belief.
Lord of the
There's no
universe.
difference.
You see, that's very clear
Lord
yeah,
of the
from the
universe.
verses.
Yep.
Yeah?
there.
Yep. Therefore,
Exactly what we believe.
you cannot be the lord of something. You have to own something, make something, create something to be lord of it.
Yeah. Are you
Otherwise,
the Lord Justin?
You can't be it.
But you just said we. So who is we? What group do you consider yourself to be a part of?
I'm sorry, what?
You said that's what we believe. Who is we?
So this is not even coherent, guys.
So
Maybe
I could just say one thing. You
Justin.
said three people.
It's called.
You said
It's called.
three people disagreed with you.
Etymology?
My bad. It's the same thing. I've said this
Jordan,
before.
Have you
but
had a
I'll
drink
let
tonight,
you
Justin?
implement it.
Have you had a drink tonight?
Jordan,
Have I had a drink? No. What? You feeling okay?
I don't know.
Jordan,
After that
the,
conversation, I've got a headache. Sorry?
can I ask a quick question? How do I see
We all
the
live
place?
in the same planet. We all live in the same.
Yeah,
galaxy.
good. You know
We
what?
all
I don't
live in
know.
the same universe.
Could anyone tell me and Imran how to save? Because
yeah,
we
Yeah,
wanna-
that's
so
the
you
favorite.
can't.
At the favorite
Change.
place.
The place is separate from the event, so you have to find the
Dr.
place.
Ahmed.
So the thing that makes Islam unique among the religions is our focus and insistence and really high regard for monotheism. And it's very, very strict. There is no way that the creator and the creation are mixed in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
Love
it's
what Sadat said,
and this
Imran.
is where all the
Most of
problems in the universe, in our world, have from really where people start to mix
But we are the
creator and the
creation.
created. And you
We
know,
are the
there are many
creator.
statements sort of within the Quran that clarify that.
Sadat said the other day,
There's
didn't he,
nothing
that
like onto
every
the
other
How-
creator.
religion-
So
how are
when
we
people
not the
come with
creation?
pantheistic ideas or polytheistic ideas,
How are we not? the
really what they're
creation?
doing is that they're mixing up the
How is that
monotheism.
pantheism?
Now, if someone believes that God is everywhere or the universe itself is God, then what they're actually saying is that if you were to go into a toilet or if you were to see some feces on the floor, that this is also the creator and part of the creator. It's inherently sort of intuitively a disrespectful.
You
way
would
of
just
considering
reduce the universe to a
The other
piece of
fallacy
shit
within
on
this
the
idea-
freaking.
The other fallacy within this idea is that if you make something
Bruh.
become that thing.
You just reduced
That's
the
a very
universe to a
strange
piece
concept
of
that we
shit.
see. Sorry, Justin, I was just
Everyone
talking
has
to
heard
the
that.
brothers here.
No,
Just talking to the
you're
brothers
not
here.
talking to anybody.
So, one of the fallacy that we see
You
amongst that
literally
is
just reduced the
fallacy that we
universe
see
to a
amongst
piece
that
of
is
shit.
that
Please
the
tell me
fallacy
everyone
that we
else
see
heard.
amongst that thing is that
Absolute asshole.
if you make something
Just
that you are
reduced
that thing.
the universe to a
Now,
piece
if
of
you-
shit.
and we can
Justin, please.
actually that I can make a cake and I'm not a cake. I can make a kebab and I'm not the kebab.
I'm sorry,
No,
man.
so this is a very strange concept. Now, on top of that, this goes against the idea that the universe
Can't
is
sit there while
eternal,
this
you know,
a piece of crap
demonstrably
reduce the
contingent
universe to a piece of shit.
and a finite thing.
Alright, you don't have to do
That is
this.
hilarious.
Imran, if Justin goes to the toilet and his body makes the feces, does he become that?
I think that the distinct possibility. I suppose whatever you make, you are, right, Justin? Yeah.
No.
I think you should get the phone, Justin.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think my
I actually
headset's
found
going to
him
run out
quite
of battery.
interesting. Yeah, I found him really interesting.
You know, if it wasn't the insistence that you know that Allah says that He's the creator in the Quran, that He is the universe in the Quran, then I would have been okay. But you can't get past a point where someone is being completely
agree.
false and obviously sort of faking it. So I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I think he's troll-like for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Imran, I think you did a good job. I think you went almost a little bit Hamza on him.
True.
A little bit Hamza, is that possible? I don't know if that's but I think I was trying to get him to sort of at least have a conversation. Sometimes I found, and I was frustrated because it seemed lack of sincerity when you're using No, you can't translate names.
Yeah.
You can't sort of, just because you make something, you are that thing. I mean, that doesn't really make any sense.
Don't you feel that he had an ego and he was making it up as he went along, and he was just trying his best to stay in the argument? It's what it felt like.
Yeah, from earlier in the conversation, the view that he had was that he has it figured out, and we don't. And he understands our view better than us, and just give us time and we'll come around to his view. And that's the problem, is that every time he was cornered, he then panicked and just came up with nonsense.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him.
May Allah guide him. May Allah guide him.
I mean, inshallah. Because it's a strange. Because when you're in that scenario where you're prepared to say something that's obviously not making sense, but you're going to repeat that over and over again.
Yeah.
It must be tough when you're mentally. It must be suffering in some other way. Don't make it easy for him.
Do you think someone like him in real life, he's obviously trying to avoid religion, trying to avoid the rules, and he's just making up things? I don't know. I always suspect there's something else going on with people like that.
I think in real life he's probably going to be a really nice guy. You can have a nice conversation with. On this type of... The thing with internet and even virtual reality is that it sort of... Because you are anonymous to a certain extent...
Yeah, you're not seeing the face.
It does take away some of your etiquette that you would have face-to-face.
True.
And I think probably face-to-face he would have sort of accepted that this is not how we use these words.
Yeah.
But, alhamdulillah.
I found it strange that he got offended, though. Because I found it strange that he got offended when you said that our feces are a manifestation of God. Something to along those lines. I mean, is that something that he never thought about? I mean, I'm quite surprised, to be honest.
Because he thinks the universe is the creator. So I was just pointing out that would also mean that these things like feces will also be part of that.
Does he think, Imran, that the universe is the boundary of the... So I think when you start bringing up things within it, he went mad, didn't he? His concept of the universe obviously wasn't feces or anything inside it.
No, he thinks that when God created...
any excuse to let loose.
Yeah, when I first started talking to him, he basically suggested that the universe and God are one. So essentially, God was there before. He created the universe and just somehow became a part of it. And he kept redefining universe. So when I clearly defined it as God preceding the universe, he then later said that but once the universe was created, then the universe included God. And he just kept switching the term.
Right. Yeah.
Is he a pantheist then, is he?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I watched about half an hour of your conversation with him, and it was interesting. He actually seemed to know a bit about the Bible and stuff, in your conversation with him. I don't know, he probably was raised a Christian.
Yeah, I think he's from a Christian background.
Just never stops talking.
But in my opinion, he's not a troll. He really believes what he says.
God is omnipresent, so they have a similar sort of idea.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's
taken
taken
a conversation about the Son of God, and he started talking about, well, human beings are the Son. He didn't quite get that, did he? That's very odd in your conversation with him.
Yeah, no, he was switching terms again. That's why I did the conversation.
Islam also has a Son of God because of Muhammad. Yeah, I don't know. It was very odd.
So if he's understanding the term Son of God in the Jewish sense, then there's no issue with that. Which is probably what he's doing. But
then I asked him specifically, was Jesus part of the triune God? And he said, yeah, they do believe that.
Yeah, then we don't agree. So,
sure. Yeah. He believes that all religions are true.
Yeah.
So he sounds almost like a Hindu or in his belief system, because that's a perennialist. Yeah. Christianity is pretty much, unless you believe that Jesus died for your sins, and you're not going to make it to paradise. So it's exclusive. Islam is exclusive. The Hindus are interesting because they believe it doesn't matter what you believe as long as you do the right things. Christianity is, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you believe the right thing. And Islam is sort of in the middle, in the sense that faith and works go hand in hand, like the Book of James says. He seems to be a sort of a Hindu with a Christian background.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because he believes in reincarnation as well, perpetual reincarnation. I actually asked him when was the first time he he was alive, or he manifested as a human being. He said it must have been billions of years ago. So yeah, he does believe in a reincarnation.
Yeah, and he mentioned Brahma as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of Hinduism in it.
There's a pantheist that's always on the streams in the chat. Shanus or something like that.
Yeah, Sean we know quite well. Yeah, he's a nice guy. But we've had him actually on a stream by himself where he's discussed with us, and it's quickly fallen apart. His that's
ideas. Sean 32, whatever it is.
Sean 32, that's it.
Yeah.
When during the demystifying Hinduism, he was writing in the chat a lot about how he agrees, he agrees. Yeah. It's his position. I think Hindu position is very
he's basically his position is he's basically a Buddhist, but he doesn't believe in a Buddhists don't really believe in a creator. He believes in a creator. So and he doesn't believe in multiple creators. He limits it to one. So he's sort of like a Hindu who insists on monotheism. But when you ask him where does he get his information from and how does he arrive at these conclusions, they're pretty much from himself. He's made it up because there's nothing that specifically refers to that.
I think that's Justin's case as well, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's Justin's case as well, isn't it? Just a sort of a made-up mishmash, like you said.
Yeah. Subhanallah. Have you not seen those who take their desires as gods?
Isn't it become quite popular, this kind of pantheist Buddhist kind of philosophy? And, like you say, accepting all religions that might be right. Seems like the modern way of living, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very fluffy, and it sort of doesn't really affect anyone, and you can do whatever you like.
Kumbaya, as Hamza says.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Kumbaya.
Alhamdulillah.